Mark Rogers TV's college football predictions. That late Purdue touchdown to defeat Arizona and upset the 3-point favorite Wildcats turned a really good day into a marginal day for me at 3-1 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. All right, let's run them down for Thursday. The 4 games being at the Military, the Camping World, the Alamo, and the Holiday. I asked that you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have yet to go through the videos, please do. We preview all the games, provide instant analysis after most of the games from myself and the best bloggers and broadcasters in the industry. Okay, Military Bowl, Virginia, Navy. We saw what Duke did to Northern Illinois. That's one example of what can happen and typically does happen. Florida State, Southern Miss, when the Power 5 takes on a group of 5. Navy has been an exception to a certain extent. 2 years ago, they defeated Pitt in the same game, 44-28. But I do like Virginia winning this game. Kurt Benkert at quarterback. The defense has been sound. They do have a lack of big-time playmakers down the field, but Virginia wins a pick'em game against Navy. The midshipmen at 6-6, 4-4 in the American Conference. Not nearly as good as they've been in the past. You saw the loss to Army. You saw some losses down the stretch from the Navy midshipmen. Not the typical 9 or 10 win team that we've seen in recent years. Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech in the Camping World with the first bowl game matching 2 top 25 teams at number 19 and number 22. The Hokies getting 6 points. I think this is way too much. I don't want to be wowed by the Oklahoma State offense, as many are. They're extremely good on that side of the football, extremely marginal on the other side. Virginia Tech much more balanced. I'm not calling for the upset here, although I would not be shocked in any way, shape, or form here. But Oklahoma State defeats Virginia Tech, but take the Hokies all day with 6 points in this one. Excuse me, Alamo Bowl, TCU and Stanford. I said it as soon as it was announced that this game and the game that follows outside of the New Year's Six and outside, yes, the New Year's Six. I'll go right there to the New Year's Six, the playoff games, plus Ohio State, USC in particular, Miami, Wisconsin, and people are looking forward to Auburn, Central Florida. I'm going to these 2 games as the best non-playoff games. TCU and Stanford, I made the comment during our preview, and again, check out the videos for our previews with some of the great contributors that we have. TCU and Stanford, that it would be a fair point spread to put it Stanford -3, TCU -3. I can buy anything in the middle as being reasonable. TCU right now a -3 pick right this, so they're at the outer limit. If it would be any more, I would certainly take Stanford and really be comfortable with taking Stanford with 4 points or more. I believe TCU is going to eke out a win. Stanford, though, with the 3 points, I will take it. Obviously, anytime you're inside 1 score, similar to the Oklahoma State Virginia Tech game, where I could take Virginia Tech and be real comfortable with 6 points. It could be a tie game with 2 seconds left, and Oklahoma State scores the touchdown and blows the cover. There's no question about that. But in terms of the odds of it happening, or if they play 10 times or 100 times, being comfortable that you're going to win that wager most of the time, I feel the same way here. Yes, TCU could cover 3 points against Stanford, but most of the time, Stanford and 3 points is going to be the way to go against TCU. Horned Frogs win, take Stanford plus the 3 points. Michigan State started off as the underdog when the line opened in the Holiday Bowl against Washington State. Cougars now the 1.5 point underdog. I love Michigan State in this game against Washington State, i.e. last year's Holiday Bowl against Minnesota, except Michigan State's better, Washington State roughly the same, and missing some personnel on offense, as we outlined earlier in the last few weeks in highlighting this game and previewing this matchup from both sides, the Michigan State side and the Washington State side. The Cougars missing playmakers on offense. Okay, the winners of the games, Virginia, Oklahoma State, TCU, and Michigan State. Again, Virginia in the pick'em, in the Military, Virginia Tech +6 in the Camping World, We like Stanford +3 in the Alamo and Michigan State -1.5 in the Holiday Bowl against Washington State. We'll be back with instant analysis and plenty of videos previewing Miami and Wisconsin in particular coming up soon, Ohio State, USC, and the rest of the weekend action right here on Mark Rogers TV.